Hey there, this is Norwex 101 and I am Megan Bell Smith, your Norwex independent sales consultant. I've been selling Norwex since October of 2015 and I have a little confession to make. I actually do not like to clean. I like that Norwex though makes my cleaning simpler and easier, and that's definitely for me. So I'm going to start with our raw chicken demonstration, which truly is kind of the science behind it, or the proof in the pudding. I'm going to use one of our Norwex Enviro cloths, kind of the star of the show. It's a microfiber cloth and you can see that it has stains on it. I use this to show you because I want you to see that a couple months down the road, when your cleaning cloth looks like mine does and collects its battle scars, it's still going to do the job. It's still going to disinfect raw chicken off of your surfaces. So I'm going to take raw chicken and I'm just going to rub it straight onto the countertop. Okay, and I'm doing that so that you can see how it disinfects. Now, I'm going to take a protein tester swab. This is, if you work in the food industry, you may have seen these before. This is what they use to check for cleanliness in restaurants. We're checking for protein because protein is actually smaller in size than bacteria and viruses. So this is looking for something that's even harder to find than that flu virus or bacteria that may be left behind. So I'm going to take our Enviro cloth, and all I've done is wet it with water, and I'm going to take it and just swipe it across that surface where that chicken just was. I'm going to swipe it again, and I'm going to lay it open-faced right there, and I'm doing that on purpose. I'm going to take this protein tester swab, and I'm going to get a sample of where I just had that chicken. I'm going to stick it back into my tube. I'm going to break the seal, and you will see that it turns green, okay? Green means clean. Here's my guide right here on the side. Green means clean, purple means protein. So what this is showing us is that there was no chicken left behind on that surface. So how did it do that? How did it do that? The way it did that is because it is a physical clean versus a chemical clean. We are used to a chemical clean. We're used to spraying on bleach, all-purpose cleaner, some kind of all-purpose spray, and letting the chemical reaction kill off what's there, right? This is an immediate physical removal of what's in its path. That cloth will remove 99% of what's in its path with just water. They've gotten really good at making these cloths incredibly absorbent. So it's just absorbing 99% of what's in its path with just water. It picks it up off the surface and locks it in the middle of the cloth. And when I say locks it in, I mean locks it in. Because I can now take this, rub it on that cloth where I just wiped that chicken, stick it back into my tube, give it a shake, and you can see that it stays green, okay? So that chicken is not on the surface of this cloth. It is held deep within the cloth. It's called capillary action. It pulls it into the middle of that cloth and holds on to it. What that means for you is that technically you could take that cloth, wipe your toilet seat, wipe your kitchen countertop, and it wouldn't transfer. Do I do that? No way. But it's nice to know scientifically that you could, because if you have a sick kid and you wipe in front of their breakfast plate and then you use that same cloth to wipe down your whole kitchen, you're not just spreading their germs around. Just to show you that this is not a bogus test, I'm going to get some of the chicken juice onto my tester here by just touching the chicken, and you can see it is already turning purple. Okay, I'll stick it in the tube, give it a quick shake. Okay, and there you go. So had there actually been chicken left behind on my countertop, it would have shown in my test, but the truth of the matter is the cloth removes all of it with one swipe, and it's a quick, simple fix. Now that we have that chicken deep within the cloth, how do we get it out? The way that you get it out is the same way that you wash your skin. You want to run it under hot water, because when you use hot water to wash your face, it opens up your pores and allows all that dead skin and oil and everything to come out of your pores. Okay, same concept with the cloth. You want to run it under hot water, kind of super swell the fibers so they will release all that you've picked up down the drain, and then wring it out to dry. So just run it under hot water, wring it out a couple times. Sometimes I'll open the cloth up and kind of rub it against itself. And then if I was done using the cloth, I would take it and hang it up to dry. Now normally when you buy a product, you cut the tags off. You do not want to cut the tags off of your cloths. The tags are important for a couple reasons. The tag tells you which cloth you're using, which in this case is the Enviro cloth. Okay, and I don't know if you can see that, the Enviro cloth. The tags also, you're looking for this word backlock, like bacteria lock. That means this cloth has the silver in it. And that silver is going to be important to kill off any bacteria that's left in the cloth. The third reason the tag's important, to hang them to dry. Hang them in your kitchens. A lot of people put them on their cabinet poles or get command hooks to hang them on. But you want to hang them somewhere where they're getting plenty of airflow so that the silver in the cloth can go to work.
Or you could hang them on a tree.
or you can hang them on a tree. My 4-year-old is here helping me out. That's Dub off from the side. So the EnviroCloth is an awesome addition to your home. I will tell you that Norwex's mission is to radically reduce the chemicals that we have in our home. There have been 80,000 new chemicals introduced in the U.S. in the last 50 years, and of those 80,000 chemicals, only about 200 of them have been tested on humans. We're seeing huge raises in cancers, in Parkinson's disease, in fertility issues, and it's coming from somewhere. And we are just inundating ourselves with chemicals every day. I myself was diagnosed with cancer. I was a chemo patient 3 years ago this time. I was a bald lady this last 3 years ago this time. And I had no family history of cancer whatsoever. I had always been healthy. I was a year out from having my son. And I went to my doctor and kind of said, where is this coming from? And he threw his hands up. There are no known risk factors for my cancer. So moving past treatment now, I can't help but think, how do I prevent that cancer from coming back if I don't know what caused it in the first place? Do I know it was my cleaning products? No. But if that is one more way to get chemicals out of my home, I'm all for it. If it means that it makes my cleaning easier because I don't like to clean, I'm all for it. And if it means that I can save money in the long run because I'm kind of cheap, it's good with me. So Norwex is known for their microfibers, and microfiber is not a new concept. These are two examples of microfibers. This is one I bought at just Target. This is a Norwex microfiber. You will see that the difference, this one's kind of thin and flimsy. This one is more dense, okay? A definition of a true microfiber is that they are woven with fibers that are 1/6 of a human hair. So most standard microfibers are 1/6 of a human hair. A Norwex microfiber is woven with fibers that are 1/200 of a human hair. So it is exponentially tinier fibers than what you've been using if you've been using microfiber. Because those fibers are so tiny, they're able to weave them that much more closely together, which means this cloth is much more dense. When you wipe this across the countertop versus when you wipe this 1/200th across the countertop, it's able to pick up that much more. The third thing that makes our cloth different than other microfiber cloths is that it is embedded with silver. Silver was put on this earth as being naturally antibacterial. Bacterial cells cannot survive if they are touching silver. So that's important. That means that your cloth is actually going to self-sanitize itself because the silver in the cloth is going to kill off whatever you don't get out. So this is the cloth I just used on the chicken. I run under hot water, get as much out as I can, and then I hang it to dry. And then the silver in the cloth is going to kill off any bacteria that may still be left deep within this cloth. When I come back the next day, it's actually cleaner than when I left it. Any cloth that cleans itself for me, I'm all about as well. So this is the star of the show. It's got the silver in it so it doesn't get musty smelling. I will tell you that after about 5 to 7 days, maybe 14 days if you're good about it, you're going to want to launder it. And definitely look for the next video. Look for my care instructions video on how you'll want to wash this in the washer and dryer. Excited for you to try Norwex. There's a whole new world. Hope you brought your open mind, but I guarantee you that you will really like the way that this cleans versus the chemical cleaning that you've been doing.